Craftsmanship is an important part of our work as we work in the studio on each of our projects. And the definition of craftsmanship is the quality of design and work in your art. So really it comes down to paying attention to detail and being able to handle and control the materials. So let's take a look at some craftsmanship with colored pencil and this design here. When we look at the grading rubric, there are 4 different areas: extending, proficient, developing, and area of concern. So let's take an example of what they might look like. So extending, if you're extending in your craftsmanship, you are working very carefully with your material to do the very best that you can do. So you can see here, I am carefully and slowly completing this step. My tool is sharp, my colored pencil is sharp. I'm using even pressure as I'm coloring. I'm being careful to color only the space that I want to color. And sometimes I need to move my paper or my project in order to make my tool or material work to the best that I can make it work. So I'm going around the edges here, being very careful. I might pause for a minute just to make sure that I'm doing what I want to be doing. I'm not rushing. With the colored pencil, I'm using small little back and forth movements. You can also work in a circular motion with a colored pencil. You can see how if you're coming up to an edge that's curved, this circular motion might work well. So really, if you are extending in your craftsmanship, you are doing everything in your power to make your piece the best that you can make it. Sometimes our materials are challenging, and that's okay, as long as you are working to the best of your ability here. All right. So this little flower here would fall under that extending craftsmanship category. So what does it look like if it's proficient? Okay, if it's proficient, I am able to color it in, but maybe not as clean and carefully as this one. I might be trying to be careful, but maybe I'm not able to, or maybe my focus just isn't there. So I am coloring it in. I'm pretty much, I'm doing a pretty good job here, getting it all colored in, making sure I'm coming near the edges. But you can see some of my lines might be a little heavier than others. I might be missing a little bit of spaces here and there. Maybe not totally in the space. Okay, so this one would fall under proficient. If you're thinking about the area of developing, that means that you're really developing that skill, that you have some more practice and learning to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just where you are right now. So what might it look like if you're developing? You may have a harder time keeping the color in the space that you want it to be in. You might have a harder time keeping your lines and your marks consistent. You can see how some of these are heavy and some of them are light. And you may have a difficult time getting it complete so not all that white space is showing. All right, so we're developing in our craftsmanship here. All right, well, what does it look like about area of concern? But what does area of concern mean? Area of concern means that we're concerned about it because you are not focused on your craftsmanship. Usually it's because you are either distracted or you're just not there yet. So it's okay to be in that area of concern. We always are working our way up in the process here of our skill development. But what it might look like is something more like this, where you're really either unwilling or unable to get that color in the space that you want it to be in. Okay? So if you're in any of these areas, your goal then is to move yourself into the next area. If you're in that area of concern, you can ask yourself, well, what do I need to do to push myself to be up into this developing area? If you're in the developing area, what do I need to do to push myself to be into that proficient area? And if you're proficient, What do I need to do to push myself to be in that extending area? So you can think about that as you're working with the craftsmanship. The trick to the craftsmanship is slow it down and pay attention to the small details. Slow it down, pay attention to the small details, like exactly where your pencil is laying in that color. And that's all about craftsmanship.